I have had a lot of these sorts of comments recently, and some of them nice, some of them not so nice. I have blurred out the names of these people so they do not get any hate, especially one of them because they were being really nice in their comment, and we've had a conversation since that comment and she was just lovely. So yeah, I've had lots of comments about my face and people saying that I look really different, especially if you've not tuned into my channel for a few months and then you're all of a sudden you're seeing me and you're thinking she's definitely had work done. So we're going to set the record straight in this video because, quite frankly, I'm fed up of talking about it in the comments section, so I thought I'd do a full-on video and then I can just send people to this video if they are inquisitive and want to know what I've had done and what has made such a huge difference to my face. So we're going to talk about all sorts of things, whether I've had them done or not. So Botox, fillers, polynucleotides, lip fillers, microneedling, facelift. Come on now. Nose job, breast augmentation, brow lift, chemical peels, thread lift, Profilo, exosomes, lash lift, lip flip. We're going to cover them all. And if I have had them done and I recommend them, I'll also let you know that as well. So let's get on with it. Firstly, let's talk Botox. I have never made a secret of the fact that I have had Botox injected in my face in the past, and I will continue to have Botox injected in the near future. I'm second guessing myself all the time. I'm rethinking different situations. There are new treatments coming out all the time. So will I have it done forever? I have no idea, but I only have a very small amount injected. I've gone overboard in the past. It gives me that frozen, a little bit plasticky look, and I do not like that. So very small amounts of Botox. I have my crow's feet done. I have my bunny lines done, 11s, and forehead, and I am rethinking the forehead situation because I've got a fringe now, so you know, what a waste. For those of you that are thinking I have no right to giving people before and after results when I'm testing out treatments because I've had Botox done, Botox is a one-trick pony. It only does one thing. It does it very, very well. It can stop those muscles from moving, which prevent creasing of the skin with muscular movements, those dynamic wrinkles. Now, because your skin doesn't get those wrinkles anymore, the rest of your skincare can work overtime doing what they should be doing rather than having to reverse the damage that you're creating with those dynamic wrinkles on a day-to-day basis. So I absolutely love Botox. It's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody wants things injected in their face. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you find yourself a really good injector. And it took me a while, but we got there in the end. One more thing, just in case you were still on the fence, Botox will only stop your skin from moving, so it will stop those dynamic wrinkles from forming. It will not reduce pigmentation, even out the skin tone, reduce crepiness, reduce sagging, increase firmness, suppleness, elasticity. The rest of your skincare will do all of those things if you have a well-rounded skincare routine. So Botox is very good, but it's only good at one thing, not at all the rest. So we're going to go on to lip fillers in just a second, but we're talking about facial fillers now. Never had any facial fillers. So for those of you that are thinking my cheeks look plumper, they're definitely more full, my under eyes look fuller, no. Absolutely not. I'm not saying I'll never have fillers. I'm not against fillers. Would I recommend fillers? No, because I've never had them, so I can't recommend them because I've got no experience of them. Maybe I may have them in the future, I don't know. You will be the first to know if I decide to go down that avenue, but at this moment in time, I have not had tear trough fillers, I have not had cheek fillers, chin fillers, I've not had nose re-augmentation with filler, if that is even what you call it. No, I haven't had any filler. Let's move on to lip filler though. Okay, lip fillers. Now, I am going to have a list at the end of this video of all the things that I think makes a massive difference to how my face looks at the moment and why people are seeing such a huge difference. Lip filler is one of them, but not the actual lip filler that has been put in my face. It's the lip filler that has been dissolved from my face, which I think makes me look a lot younger, and I think a lot of people feel the same. So my lips were overfilled before I went on that sort of roller coaster of you have a little bit put in and then every 6 months you have a little bit more put in, and it starts to migrate and it starts to just go places you don't want it to go. But you get used to looking at yourself in the mirror and you don't really notice until you go to see somebody else and they go, no, we need to do something about this. And Joanna at S18 Clinic was that person for me. Joanna specializes in very, very natural look, and she's very, very good at it. So she took one look at me and she said, we need to get rid of all of that lip filler. So I went in, I had it all dissolved. I absolutely hated it because I'm really self-conscious about my top lip specifically. And then around about 2 weeks later, I went back to see Joanna and she partially filled me up again. Now, when I say partially, I had around about 3 to 3.5 mils of filler dissolved, completely dissolved. I had lumps and bumps absolutely everywhere. And then when I went back 2 weeks later, I had 0.4 mils re-injected. So 3.5 mils removed, only 0.4 mils put back in, and that was really to make me look more even. Talking about lips, let's talk about a lip flip. So I did have this at the same time as having my lips refilled with Joanna. I've not had it redone. I remember having this done years ago, and a lot of you saying you look like you've been to the dentist, your mouth can't move right, it just doesn't look right. And I'd had way too much injected, and I completely understand where you were all coming from. None of you noticed this time when I had it injected because Joanna is amazing, and I only had a very, very small amount. Would I have it again? Absolutely. Have I got any left in? No. So I don't have any left in at the moment. It is very difficult to drink out of a straw when you've had a lip flip for the first sort of couple of months. So pre-warning. Yes, I'd recommend it if you are self-conscious about your top lip being really, really small and curling under when you smile, but it's each to their own. Brow lift. No. I have not had a brow lift. I don't think you'd even notice anyway. I mean, there's plenty of room for my brows to be lifted if I had a brow lift. I did have some Botox injected to give me a tiny bit of a lift about 6 months ago, and I really didn't like it. I didn't like it, so I won't be having that done again. Would I recommend it to other people? If you're really desperate to have a brow lift, go and talk to an injector. I'm not quite sure I'm the right person to ask there because I've only had it done the once. But yeah, I wouldn't have it done again personally because I think it changed my face a little bit too much and made me look a little bit stretched. But yeah. That's just me. Have I had a nose job? I really want a nose job. And I've never had a nose job. My nose makes me feel really, really self-conscious. It always has done. I used to get called Concord when I was growing up because I had quite a pointy nose. I've had comments in the comment section being really, really nasty for, no reason whatsoever, just for the sake to be really nasty, saying that my nose is really bulbous, it's wonky. I know my nose is wonky. I've had a car accident when I was 5, 6, broke my nose, and then a few months later I broke my nose again in another accident. Never had it professionally fixed. I have a deviated septum. I could go for a nose job under the NHS if I wanted to, but I don't. So, I do. I really do want to, but I'm frightened. I've never had a general anaesthetic before in my life, and I don't want the first time to be something that isn't necessary. Yeah, I don't want something to happen to me in a general anaesthetic when it's not an emergency. Facelift. Come on now. I feel like I'm a little bit too young for a facelift. I'm 46 next month. In fact, by the time this video goes live, I'll probably be 46 this month. So it will be September, and my birthday is September 13th. So yeah, I think I'm a little too young yet. I'm not ready for it. I am beating the sagging back with the Zip Halo, which is so good and makes me feel so much more lifted and sculpted. So on those days where I look snatched, it either means I have used my Zip in the morning, which is often the case. I have contoured my chin area and jawline, or both. I have heard so many horror stories about thread lifts, and no, I haven't had threads done, by the way. You can have them done on your eyes, on your brows, on your jawline, on the corners of your mouth. You can have them done pretty much everywhere on the face. No, I haven't had it done. No, I never will have it done. I have seen horror pictures of people where the threads have broken in their faces. It's also quite a painful procedure. Not necessarily the procedure itself, but the after effects over a week or so is actually quite painful. So yeah, I think there will be better treatments out there when I feel it's necessary, if I ever feel that it's necessary. So no, I will never be having threads done. I don't like them, and I think there are way too many negatives to thread lifts. No offense to anybody that has had thread lifts before, and if they've worked for you, I think that is absolutely amazing. But for me personally, with everything I know and everything that I've seen, I wouldn't be having them, and I wouldn't recommend them personally. Chemical peel or laser resurfacing, I have not had done. I'm not saying never, again, you know, never say never, but I have had so much success, especially recently, with different products that have really helped to even out my skin tone and reduce my hyperpigmentation. I don't feel the need at this moment in time for laser resurfacing or a chemical peel. Polynucleotides, yes, I have had polynucleotides injected underneath my eyes. Would I recommend that? Depends. Was I happy with the treatment? Totally happy with the experience, but I didn't see a massive difference, if any. And I have heard a lot of people say exactly the same. So some people say they've received massive benefits, other no benefits at all. And although I did see a massive difference when walking out from the treatment, as you will see here, I looked like a lizard, I had lumps all over. That was pretty much gone within 24 hours. So the downtime for me was minimal, very, very minimal. It didn't hurt at all. It wasn't even uncomfortable. I did have Joanna do it, and she is very good. But yeah, I wasn't massively bothered about the treatment. I did book, I think, 3 sessions in. I think I had it 3 different times. It was a while ago, so I can't really remember. And I haven't spoken about it because you are supposed to have to wait a while before you see the benefits. So I was just on the edge of my seat waiting to see these massive benefits underneath my eyes. And unfortunately for me, I can't see a difference. No, I wouldn't have it again. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it either, because everybody is going to react differently, and it's quite a pricey procedure to have, and you do have to have 2 or 3 treatments within a certain amount of months. And yeah, to get no massive benefit from them, it was a lot of money wasted, in my opinion. But, you know, not everybody is going to be the same. Some people that I've seen from the before and afters have had massive results. Just, I wasn't one of them. I have had microneedling done in the past. It was a really, really long time ago. But because I am a trained professional, I can do it at home for myself. So I was doing it at home because it's so expensive going in for microneedling treatments into a salon or a clinic. And you do have to go quite frequently, and not only was it a little too expensive to carry on with, I also didn't have the time to give to those treatments. I stand by microneedling though. I think it is a phenomenal treatment, and I continue to do microneedling with a micro infusion system in my own home from Cure. I think it's fantastic, and it has made a massive difference, not only the bounce and glow of my skin, the hydration, but it has also helped to erase quite a lot of pigmentation on my skin, and my skin looks 10 times better for it. Have I had my boobs done? No, I haven't had my boobs done. However, I have found a new bra company for those people like me who have really small boobs. I've tried absolutely everything to give my boobs a little bit of a lift. For a little bit of added information for you, and this may be too much information, my boobs are quite pointy. I don't have a lot of fullness in the top section of my boobs. They're not rounded. Am I saying too much here? I've always wanted to have fuller boobs, but I've come to the conclusion that, you know, it's just not meant to be. I've not had a boob job for the same reason I've not had a nose job. You know, I've never had a general anaesthetic, and I'm not going to put myself at risk for the sake of something cosmetic. No offense to anybody that has done that in the past, it's just not for me. And I've recently found a new bra company called Pepper that specializes in small boobs, and boy, have their bras made a huge difference, to the point where Wes has turned into a bit of a boobs man rather than a legs man. He was always a legs man before, never bothered about boobs, which really played into my hands because I had none. But this company does bras up to a B cup. They don't go above and beyond that. They specialize in small chested people, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I've never had a bra fit like these. There's no gaping, there's no pulling, it just, I have some shape back. So yeah, very grateful. No, I haven't had breast augmentation, just found a better bra. Profilo and exosome injections. So no, I haven't had either of those done. Not that I would say never, it's just not a treatment that has really caught my attention. The results aren't just groundbreaking. You're not going to leave noticing a massive difference. You're not going to wake up 3 days later looking like a different person. But if you bump into somebody on the street in a month's time, they may say, wow, you look really good. What have you done? So yeah, it's not obvious. It's not a really wow treatment. It's not one that you're going to see massive results from, but if you're just wanting to look a little fresher, Profilo may be an avenue that you want to look into for yourself. I haven't had it done. I've heard that it can be quite painful for certain people, but yeah, I haven't experienced it for myself. Exosomes, I also haven't had done. I have heard that you can have exosomes injected into your neck for those little necklines. It's something that I might talk to my mum about, because this is an area that my mum is really self-conscious about, but I'm sure the answer for her will be no thank you. So there are 6 reasons why I think people think I've had work done, because I look more rejuvenated, more fresh, and my face looks different. So I want to go through those 6 things. Botox, red light therapy, and microneedling are not part of those 6 things, because I've been doing those for absolutely ages. So they are not the reason why all of a sudden people think I've had work done. So let's go through the 6 things that I feel are the main reasons that my face looks different. The main reason I think people think I look different is because of my new haircut. I mean, it's not really new now. Maybe I've had it for 4 months, 5 months, I don't know. But I've had this fringe cut in, and it makes a massive difference to how my face looks, because I have a really long, thin face, and that made me look quite drawn out and droopy sometimes. I mean, not all the time. I look decent, before I had a fringe. I think I can say I look decent, but my face just looks a completely different shape since I had the fringe cut, because it cuts my face in half, making the rest of my face look plumper and just more filled out. Hence why people think I've had cheek fillers and, you know, other things. But no, I have not. A lot of it is to do with the haircut. The second reason that my face looks very, very different is weight gain. And when I first started my channel, I was 119 pounds. So I think that's 8.5 stone. I'm now 10 stone, which is 140 pounds. So quite a significant difference. And everything is just more filled out, plumper, and added to the haircut, which also makes everything look rounder. It's gonna make a difference. It really is going to make a difference. Do I want to keep that weight on? No. No, I do not. Reason number 3, that lip filler being dissolved has made a massive, massive difference. I did not realise how much older the lip filler made me look in the first instance. Yeah, it wasn't my finest few years. I was going to say hour, but I was like it for quite a while. I really liked it when it was in, but it took somebody really sharing their professional wisdom with me to make me realise actually it didn't look great. So that coming out, I think, has made a massive difference. Yes, some has gone back in to make me feel a little better, but only a smidge. So the difference is quite dramatic. And yeah, it's actually having it taken out, not having it put in, that has made the difference to how young I look or how natural I look, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's reason number 3. Reason number 4 and 5 really will combine the two, because it's makeup application. I'm just getting better at makeup application. So reason number 4, nose contouring. Reason number 5, cheek contouring. Really, the way and the position that I put my blush, the type of blush that I actually go for to make my cheeks look fuller and rounder. I'm just getting better at it. So yeah, that's reason number 4 and 5, makeup application, nose contouring, cheek contouring. But reason number 6 is one that you probably won't notice. So I don't have short lashes, but I have very straight lashes. And I just think by having your lashes lifted slightly, it can give you an elevated eye look. It can really make you look more sculpted. So I actually haven't had a lash lift. I've done several lash lifts on Bee and her friends, but it's more difficult. It's more of a challenge doing your own lash lift, because you have to do one eye at a time and it's just time consuming, so I tend not to do it. What I have turned to is Nanolash. Now, this is an eyelash serum and I think it is so good. This has made my lashes grow. So even when they grow straight out, they look longer. And with a waterproof mascara, when I curl my lashes, the difference is ridiculous. I mean, look at the length of my lashes. The smallest bit of length is actually quite dramatic when we're talking about eyelashes, and I'm in love with my lashes. Not only have they grown, but they're in great condition and they don't fall out as often. I'm not plucking them off my cheeks forevermore. So that's Nanolash. That's what I've been using. I'm sure there are others that will do a very similar job, but that's the one that I've been using. So they're the 6 reasons why I think people have been, should we say complimentary? I'm trying to take it as a compliment that people think that I've had work done. Some of them weren't meant as compliments, I know. But I'm dusting it off and hopefully trying anyway to take it as a positive rather than a negative. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I do not mind getting comments like these, the ones that were meant to hurt my feelings and really destroy my self-esteem. I tend to laugh at. I have a very thick skin. I've done this for a really long time, so please do not worry about me at all. I don't mind doing a video like this every once in a blue moon. I just hope that people take it in the way that it was meant, so the way that it was intended. I am not here to entice anybody to go down a surgery route, a procedure route, a treatment route. We are all adults here. We all have our own minds. We can all do our own research. These are just the things that I have tried. Will I have them all again? Were they all successful? No, but I am glad that I've tried them for myself and I can share my experiences with all of you. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who might equally find it as helpful before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.